Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Unfortunately, we're diving into the situation with the Las Vegas Raiders today. I'm going to be honest with you all because you deserve it. Seriously, what is going on with this team? Whether it's our head coach Antonio Pierce, Max Crosby getting into it with coaches, or Davante Adams, who hasn't played lately because of an injury, the talk around the NFL is that Davante might be traded. It's not a question of if, but when. When Getty was hired, a lot of people were confused about it. Now, with our star wide receiver out and one of the fastest players, Trey Tucker, only getting 2 targets, it's frustrating. I've always believed Aiden O'Connell should have started from day one. And even after a tough 32-13 loss at home, I still think that, honestly, why did the Raiders move to Vegas? I'm pretty sure no true Oakland Raiders fan wanted that. Every home game feels like an away game, especially when the stands are filled with fans from the opposing team. Like the Steelers, they travel well, and sometimes it feels like there are more of them in our own stadium. So let's get into it. Hit that like button and subscribe for daily Raiders updates. If you even want that, I might be overreacting, but it feels like the team is really struggling. I think Antonio Pierce should be let go, even though I doubt that will happen. I'm not trying to blame anyone specifically. It just feels like the whole offense and defense are lost right now. It's frustrating because players like Davante Adams and Max Crosby clearly care about the team. Max even said he'd request a trade if Antonio Pierce isn't the coach next season. Antonio Pierce seems more like a hype man than a head coach. The team lacks direction, and it's concerning. The running back situation is a mess. Zamir White is supposed to be the top guy, but we're seeing poor performances like 14 carries for just 33 yards. That's under 2.5 yards per carry. And Amir Abdullah, 2 fumbles in 1 game? That's hard to believe. It's tough for any rookie going against a top defense like the Steelers. But mistakes like that can't happen. The Raiders often find ways to trip themselves up, and I can't shake the feeling that we're facing 2 opponents every week. The other team and the referees. It seems like we could easily make a 10-minute video just listing all the bad calls against us after every game. Let's keep talking about the Raiders. And remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. I get it. Calls like defensive pass interference and holding can go either way. The refs have their own styles. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I really don't like blaming the refs. And they didn't lose this game for us. But for the 6th week in a row, they haven't exactly helped our cause. Sometimes it feels like there's a vendetta against the Raiders. And honestly, I hate being in Vegas. I was okay with the move at first. I thought, let's adapt. But now that we're a couple of years in, it feels like we're playing away games almost all the time. It's just frustrating. As a Raiders fan, I really didn't want to watch this last game live. I'm sitting here in Tampa, just got Wi-Fi today, and I'm thinking, what's there to see? Aiden O'Connell had a decent game. 27 completions on 40 attempts for 227 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. The stats don't look terrible, but outside of the first quarter, it wasn't great. Brock Bowers is one of the few bright spots on this offense. Honestly, regardless of who our coach or quarterback is, I think we need to focus on building up the offense in the upcoming draft. I'd suggest going all in. Like 80% of our picks should be for offense. DJ Turner made some nice catches, and Madison had a couple too, but overall, the offense just isn't clicking. Meanwhile, Amir Abdullah's 2 fumbles are hard to ignore, and we've had issues with other players losing the ball too. On the defensive side, we have some solid players. Hobbs, Crosby, Diablo, but they can't win games alone. If you only score 13 points, you're going to lose. Plain and simple. Looking at our recent games, we lost 34-18 to the Broncos, 32-13 to Carolina, 36-22 to Los Angeles, and 22-10 in Week 1. Those are all double-digit losses. I'm not saying we should have won every game, but the score shouldn't be this lopsided. It's about execution, and a lot of it comes down to the small details. I hate to say it, but I think the blame falls on Antonio Pierce. If we want to save this season, I would fire him tonight. Okay, maybe that's a bit dramatic, but seriously, if we lose next week, I'd definitely make the change then. We need a shift from the top down. I know you're feeling a bit defeated too. Maybe this video is a bit over the top, but thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button and subscribe for daily Raiders updates. We'll see you soon. Peace, and please, share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your rants too.